That's the Prime Minister on the red carpet. So he is going to be there, like we correctly told you, that the Prime Minister is right there. There he is. All right. There he is, skipping down the stairs of that IL-76 towards his friend Narendra Modi. Okay. Let these pictures play out. And the President is on Indian soil now. There's no sound. I just want to tell our viewers, there's no sound in these pictures in case you're wondering. But there you have it.
Okay, there's the money shot. You have the handshake followed by the hug. Prime Minister Modi there in person, breaking protocol, right there at the red carpet to welcome Mr. Putin as he touches down on Indian soil.
I think at this level, there is no real protocol. He decides it.
Pretty much.
The two leaders are on the red carpet over there. Yeah. It's the delegation, receiving the Russian president over there, diplomats. I can see India's ambassador, Vinay Kumar, India's ambassador to Moscow over there, shaking the hand of the Russian president over there. You can see the Russian ambassador as well. You can see members of the Russian embassy, their defense staff who are posted over here in New Delhi, greeting President Putin. And then Prime Minister Narendra Modi, along with the Russian president. Let's see what takes place. There's sometimes a small cultural event which also takes place. I think that's something that they are witnessing now. We'll just see what happens over there. We've got these images up full screen, and then we'll have to see if there is a small guard of honor. So that is the cultural event I was talking to you about, a small dance. We'll spend a few minutes over here before he proceeds to perhaps taking the salute and then getting onto his vehicle and leaving. So there's not very much formality.
These pictures are very, very important, Vishnu and Padmaja, the dance. A lot of people will be wondering, why the dancers there. Is this really necessary? The soft diplomacy relationship between India and Russia is enormously significant. And it's something that Putin has mentioned over and over again. The dance culture, the connect between people of India and Russia goes back decades and decades. There are a huge number of Russians who learn Indian dance here in India and vice versa. So these things are not, just cosmetic little embellishments.
They're traveling in the same car. They are about to travel in the same car.
Did they get into the same car?
Yeah, I think President Putin got into that car, and you can see Prime Minister Modi getting into the same vehicle. So this is that vehicle of the PMO, which the two leaders are in. You can see President Putin in the back.
So we can confirm that both the leaders are in the same car. So Padmaja, you were right. You asked that question first. Are they going to ride in the same car? Here you have your answer.
Unlikely.
Here you have your answer.
It's over to you.
Well, it's wonderful. Talking about the soft diplomacy, it's interesting. About 10, 11 years ago, when Prime Minister Modi had gone to Ufa, at that time in a very small... I was there in Ufa, yes. Well, yeah. So in Ufa, you had an entire community of Indians who were teaching yoga. Yeah. And you had about 50 to 60 Russians who used to wake up every day at 5 a.m. and at 6 a.m. they used to all assemble for yoga. And I was like, of all the places in the world, I hadn't expected people to wake up at 5 a.m. to do yoga in Ufa. But you're right. That's what soft diplomacy is all about. Yeah. And that is why we keep analyzing these small gestures, the cultural exchanges, the cultural shows. This gesture of traveling in the same car, we will very likely get that picture of the two of them smiling at each other. This is very important in diplomacy. It's not only about what you say, but also what you are seen to be doing. These pictures are going to be splashed on the front page of every newspaper across the world. Okay, Prime Minister Modi and the Russian president in the same car, leaving now for... where will they be going? Where will this car go, though?
It could be just Prime Minister...
Will they be going to...
Dropping into
his hotel or going straight to the Prime Minister's house. I mean, it is...
To be fair, Maurya is on the way to Lok Kalyan Marg, so...
But is it as informal as that? I mean, it's just unbelievable.
No, but Vishnu, I think we can agree that this is Modi-Putin protocol.
That's the Russian beast.
Okay.
The Russian beast, that black car, the Russian president's limo, is following the two leaders.
That poor beast has been told, "Hamara picha karo."
That beast was brought in for the journey from Moscow, all the way flown across over here.
Follow this car.
President Putin gets into Prime Minister Modi's vehicle, and the two go off, and the beast follows.
I think this is such a beautiful symbol of how these two leaders who of course respect protocol and the agencies that protect them and serve them, but are manifesting how there is a degree of spontaneity to this relationship. The fact that they are so easy with each other in their physical space, they're traveling in the same car. I don't even know what car that is. There's a PMO vehicle, I'm guessing. So either they're headed SUV. Towards the hotel. I'm guessing they must be headed towards 7 Lokalyan Marg right now. That my guess would be that they're headed straight for dinner.
That probably makes sense. Because it's 7:20 in the evening now.
Yeah.
And if whenever there's a visit,
early dinner and
at a hotel, there's a bit of a ceremony over there. It takes time, this, that, and the other. But I noticed that those armed forces soldiers who were there, the tri-services sort of contingent, they didn't have any role. I mean, there was no small salute over here. The playing of the national anthems.
I'm guessing that'll be tomorrow at Rashtrapati Bhavan.
I'm just trying to understand whether this was abbreviated. It could well be that this, because there is usually a bit of a salute that takes place as you get off the steps. The president would likely salute, Indian soldiers, and there was a contingent that didn't take place. So there will be a guard of honor tomorrow presented in the forecourt of the Rashtrapati Bhavan. That's when the formal welcome begins. This is more personal, which is taking place now. And let's wait and see. This is outside Palam Technical Area, and that's right next to the Air Force Museum when this motorcade is exiting. And we'll see the Prime Minister and President Putin in a white Toyota Fortuner SUV. That's the vehicle the two leaders hopped onto.
Also important to note that in Tianjin, it was Prime Minister Modi who travelled in the Russian president's beast, but today it is Mr. Putin who is in Mr. Modi's car. So a sort of a reciprocal gesture there. It's he who's hopped onto his car with his beast tailing all of them.
The beast has gone off. They were ahead of that. But it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, I think that point on reciprocity is important, that, both leaders sort of doing that. You come into my car, I'll come into your car. It shows the trust between the two leaders, the friendship. What I find interesting is...
when one is traveling in the other's car, does the security also accompany them in the same vehicle?
Padmaja, there were only 4 people in that car. So where is the translator? Because there would be a bodyguard up front, unless there was no bodyguard up front and there was a translator up front, because this is really, really informal. But President Putin speaks English. I've spoken to him in English.
Both of them speak English.
Yeah.
The Prime Minister speaks English too.
It's not something that President Putin dwells on for a great period of time. But I mean, it's evidently enough for the two of them to communicate. I don't think there was a translator in that.
No, I have to also underscore that level of trust. If you're leaving your security behind, or at least you're paring down your security, you'll have to. If you're traveling in each other's car, at best you can take one bodyguard along. I think we've also got Aishwarya, Vasudha, all of our colleagues from the ground joining us. The convoy, of course, has already left the Palam Technical Area. Where they are headed, let's try and get a fix on that. Aishwarya? Where is the cavalcade headed? Where is the convoy headed? All right, we'll just try and get back to our reporters. You would imagine that there is quite a lot of movement in that entire area. We will try and fix that connection and go back to them. But a very, very... Okay, Vishal Vivek is joining us now from Bharat Mandapam. Any fix yet on where both the leaders go next, Vishal?
Well, as you guys have been rightly discussing that it could be either the PM house or, it could be the ITC Maurya where Vladimir Putin is expected to be living. But the dinner is supposed to happen. That we've heard from sources that the big dinner between both the leaders will happen. So all eyes will be on that, whether there are discussions that we have all been talking about, whether it's defense, whether it's AI, whether it's, cooperation when it comes to, exchange of personnel, because Russia has been wanting at least 500,000 skilled workers from the Indian side only. So that is one of the biggest points of discussions that both the sides will have. So all of that will be coming into play in the next hours, few hours or so. But the main, the main gist of the whole the visit, that will be tomorrow, because tomorrow the Russian president will be meeting officially the Prime Minister of India and also the President of India, and also there will be meetings with the business leaders of both the sides.